Hi, if you're new around here, I'm Max and this is Rose. She's a Mercedes-Benz 310D Luton van. She's also very rusty and needs a lot of work. I plan to do most of the welding and repairs myself to get her through the first MOT in 5 years. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe button to come along for the ride.
So, hello everyone and welcome back to another video. Now this is a little bit of a different one because one, the welding videos are getting very repetitive, so I thought I'd put a bit of a break in there, and two, I thought I'd take some pictures of the roller shutter before I took it off and put them on Marketplace for like a tenner, see if anyone's interested in it, rather than me taking it off and then having nothing to do with it. So within a couple of hours of doing that, I got someone offering me £40 for it. Suits me! So that was last week. Today is Tuesday, the second of the absolutely boiling days. Forecast 38 today. Wonderful. So what I've done here is I drilled a hole in the roof. Yep. I don't think I've officially released it really. I'm chopping the back off. I'm chopping about 600 to 700 mil off the back. Many reasons I'll go into another video, but for now, roller shutter off day and building a new wall behind. Also, I've got a special door that I bought for £30 on Marketplace, and then I thought plus a tenner wood, make it 40 quid. Yeah, wishful thinking, Max. Wood has definitely gone up even more. It cost me £30 for 7 bits of CLS. They were like 2 quid before, now they're nearly 5 quid. Mental. Anyway. So what I've done is I've tied a rope to the rear cross member, drilled a hole in the roof, had it go up, down, and then there's that metal angle that if I drill out all the rivets, then in theory, when it's loose, it will fall a bit, and then I can untie one of the ropes and lower it down slowly. In theory. It could go terribly wrong, but we'll see. So, as I'm sure you can probably guess, that almost went very bad, but it's down. I'll tell you, it's a shame because I was actually filming as well, but camera battery died. So, what happened is, I drilled out all of the last rivets. Now I left 2 in each side in the middle because I didn't want them to be at the top because then I'd have to get a ladder, and if it suddenly went, yeah. And I didn't want them to be at the bottom because the bottom isn't very stable. When I did each 2, the bottom swung out. And that's because the roller shutter's obviously at the back quite heavy, so I did roller it down quite a lot to try and distribute the weight better, so not all the weight's at the top at the back. Then what I did was, yeah, once both of them were off, it didn't come down, and I didn't really expect it to. Then once I was trying to sort of persuade it down, swing it back and forth, this side dropped the good side. This side's the side which is really packed with filler. But then it left all the strain on this corner. And then I was pulling and doing all this, and it turns out I did drill out all the rivets, but the number plate rivet went through one, and that was what caused it to hold in that corner. And then I realised it was actually stuck on the fiberglass in this corner. So it was stuck up there, so you can see it's well and truly warped now, because it was stuck against the edge because it was swaying that way against the fiberglass. I was like, what if I lower it down a bit and then it's under it because there's still that rope. So I was like, maybe that's stopping it from going down because it's at an angle. If I release it, it might be tempted to come down. I released it, only the side that was tied released. The side that went back was tight because it's not like a circle, so it was caught there because it's like a V, so it wasn't wanting to slide out, which was annoying. But I forgot to tie that back up, and then gave this a push that way, and the whole thing just went boom. But if we take a look up here, you can see what it did to my corner. But it did already look like that. It looked like it just didn't have a hole in it. And that's why when people say, why don't you put the original back on, it's because this corner has always been pretty much all filler. But yeah, I'm going to pick this up with my dad in a minute and move it out of the way, and we'll see how heavy it is between two of us. For the new door, here it is. Now yes, it's also not that light, I know, but I wanted a stable door, so I'm going to compromise. It's also going to be chopped down at the top and at the bottom to make it 180 odd centimetres, 185 I think, because I'm putting subfloor in the van, so I need the size for it, and it's going to open inward as well, but that's no problem. So there's my new door, looking smart, and it has keys for that lock as well, which is great, and I will be adding many more locks to come. Honestly, these damn batteries at the moment. So I got the roller shutter down, I lowered it using the rope just onto its front, down to there, and then the neighbour came over with a massive engine crane and we lifted it up and dumped it here, so whoever comes to get it, it's on the driveway, nice and easy to dump in a van. I need to sort this bit out and just tuck it in a bit more, but yeah. And while I was waiting for that to be moved, and I tell you, oh yeah, I forgot to tell you, it is heavier than 2 people's worth of carrying. It's got away over 100 kilos, so that was weight well saved. So yeah, here is, as you can see, a basic frame, not screwed together, just cut to size, and that's giving me a really good sort of gauge as to the size of the actual van, and it's really cool. I cut all the horizontal bits of wood just here randomly, because otherwise they go right to the back, so I couldn't be asked to stuff there. So yeah, next is to cut 2 more uprights for the width of the door, and then after that mission is going to be to then I got to size the door, so I got to put a cross member up fairly high, and then I got to put a couple of like noggin things in, and then I can build a door frame and mount the door. So work in progress, but I got to go to B&Q because I ain't got any screws, so I bought the wood but forgot the screws. But it's fine because I can buy the wood for the door frame, because only 7 bits of CLS only just fit in Lenny. I was about to get 7 bits of CLS plus the door frame wood, and I was like, hang on, that ain't gonna fit. So I just got the 7 bits of CLS and it fit. So well done, Lenny. It was a squeeze, but it worked. So as you may be able to see, I've closed the gap in between there, and yes, it has pulled this frame that way a bit, but it's also pulled the inside in. And by the time I chop everything off, and then when I'm building my new cabinets, there's going to be a shower there, which is a solid wall up to the top. That'll all pull things together, which can be great. Another thing I started to do, paint this door, and all the front, which was the slightly different grey, and round it, and the cab. And then there was a bit of rust here, which had a bit of crack, so I was like, I'll grind that back, smooth it off, and I'll put some paint over it, even if it's a bit thin. I'll show you how thin it is. Pretty damn thin. So this window's got to come out, so the masking was pointless, and then I'll weld a bit in there and paint it over and put the window back. Today's task is this. So I've got to fix the chassis here. We'll ignore this bit for now. Need to fix this bit here, so then I can make the floor come out. This is the step panel. Make the floor come out to finish that bit, and then make the bulkhead to come down. So, geez, there's a lot of sparks on there now. It's fine though, because I use a UV filter, which is basically a piece of glass and it screws on. So I just unscrew it, put a new one on, and then I've got no splatters literally everywhere. There was a couple last time. Anyway, door frame, I didn't film building it. The wood is, the offcut is this. So it's 20 by 94, or 20.5 by 94 and 2.4 meters long. Use 3 of them, 1 for each side and 1 for the top and bottom. The door I've just been chopping down with the chop saw. Chop saw? No, I just said that because chopping. With the track saw, of which I've finally bought the DeWalt battery because the other one completely packed up, won't charge, won't discharge. The LEDs don't even come on. It's just dead. So, forked out 100 quid. So what I'm doing now is just adding some little spaces where I put the screws, meaning it won't now bend the door frame, because that's the important bit that I don't want it to bend. Now the way that I could have done it literally without any bowing would have been to build the whole wall first, like I did, install the door, install all the cladding, and like a sheet of ply the other side, and then screw it in. And the cladding and the more things you basically screw to the wall makes it even more rigid. But hey, it doesn't really matter. But as you can see, the floor, the floor is pretty high. So this is the floor. As I said, it's going to be chest height. You can sort of put in proportion how high this van is. 3.5 meters high, just under. I'm just doing this just this evening. Then I'm going to, what I'm going to do is sand and varnish that door, go have dinner, finish welding the cab, and get this door in. And it's 8:30, so it's going to be a late one. But I want to get this done before I leave to Van Life Festival, which is tomorrow. And if I saw you there, I hope it was good. And I've got stickers, so well, I hope you got one. Also, this week, the South Central Self Build Get Together Facebook group, I'll put it in the description, the link, if you're on Facebook, which is, I just use Facebook for things like that, little events and stuff. Personally, not a fan of Facebook, like most people, but I use it for Facebook Marketplace, bargains like that door, 30 quid, my welder, 50 quid. So, I'll put the Facebook group down below, but that is on the 7th of August onwards, that weekend, whatever it is. And if all goes to plan, this van should be insured on the 1st of August. Oh, October, I mean. So, hopefully the van will be there. Obviously we'll see as time goes on. But fingers crossed for me, everyone cross their fingers, because it will be a very exciting day. It won't look much difference to now, because I know I'm doing like sort of interior work now. That's because I want to chop the back off, because it will fail its MOT for sharp edges at the moment. I'm not looking forward to editing this because I've just rambled on for so long. Do let me know in the comments below. I won't be offended if you want me to not talk as much in the videos, because honestly, I can't listen to myself when I edit. I just skip through a load and go, don't need any of that. I haven't listened to it, but I guess we don't need it. I'll probably do that to this bit. So I've been using this Wick Zone wood stain for God knows how long now. And they've gone through multiple iterations of the packet, fine, well, tin. So yeah, I don't really care about that. So went in, they've completely redesigned all their tins to like wildly different to before, but I still picked up warm oak. So this is what I used to get, and this is like the 3rd different tin that I've bought of design, but I was like, yeah, that's fine. And it's always come out this nice sort of orangey, warm, nice colour. So I buy the new one, which is, as you can see, completely redesigned. Warm oak. They've changed from interior to exterior, but I know it's weird, but these have a weird odour, these stains, but it smelled the same, so I was like, it must be the same stuff. Here's the mahogany, which I know this one's mahogany, but hey. And here is the new exterior wood stain, and this is the old interior wood stain. night and day. This is like black. This is lovely warm, as I was going on about. So I think I'm going to go back, return that, and buy that in mahogany. And I didn't realise that it's now exterior, because I was going to put an exterior varnish on top of the stain. Okay, so sadly that's it for this episode. I did get the door in, but I didn't do the welding. It's currently midday on Friday. I'm just about to head off to Van Life Festival, but I'm waiting for Joey Road Biking. Stick his tag here. Awesome guy. Definitely check out his channel. But as you can see, the door is in. I definitely need to add some diagonals, because the door moves in the door frame, and because I'm impatient, as I'm sure you all know now. Well, I've had quite a few comments saying I'm very patient with the welding, but I think that's because I'm learning, so I'm just taking my time. But normally I'm very impatient. These aren't fitted, but they're placed in because I'm impatient. And as you can see, there's that down there, the floor mat. And then there's a seat, and I just had a seat sitting here. What? Watch that. Almost broke my camera screen. Take a look at this! In my van! This is awesome. Looking out at, yeah, trees. Nice! Yeah, but there's still a hole back there, so the seat box just placed in. But I just wanted to be able to sit in the van. People always comment how easily she starts, the old girl. Ready? Ah, every time. Just a beautiful sound. Right, so I'm going to leave you here. That's been it for this episode. I know I didn't quite get planned, but I did get that off. And the next video may be chopping the back off. It probably will be. I probably won't film doing this annoying bit again, because filming makes it take forever, and it's taken long enough anyway. And then I got a few bits around the wheel arches and stuff. They're just annoying little patches that I've got to do on the bodywork. They don't really matter, but I just want to get them done, because I've cut the holes out now. So yeah, that's going to be it for this video. For Patreons, this will be going out this week on Monday, so in 3 days time. And if you're not on there, I'd appreciate if you do, but if not, there's all you get there is just the odd live update and a week early videos. So feel free to stay on here, no offence taken. And I hope you don't take any offence to me going on Patreon. But yeah, so I appreciate that, but I hope I saw you at Van Life Festival if you went, and make sure you hit the like button, drop a comment down below, hit the subscribe button, and I'll see you next week.